أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بعد. Our dear viewers, we salute you and we welcome you on this program Inside Islam, UBC Television. We thank Allah who has brought us back in this year 2019. Actually, let's also take this platform to wish you a happy new year of 2019 for all those ones who are still clicking. And also let's join our voices and our warm prayers to those ones who lost their loved ones in the year 2018. And let's hope that we shall get the best out of this year of 2019. It's your brother again, Hamza Saeed, here at UBC Television Inside Islam. Your program whereby you know that we go through a lot of current affairs, global Islamic affairs. Alhamdulillah, we are much honored to be with a very great guest from the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Sheikh Faisal. We want to share with us. Alhamdulillah, I think he can also send his regards and greetings to our viewers, mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all viewers.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sheikh, I take this opportunity to notify you that we have a wide spectrum of our viewers, and actually loyal viewers who are actually very consistent on this program, alhamdulillah, because we really get a lot of feedbacks concerning issues. I think today we shall go into another aspect of Islam, whereby we shall discuss about some of the the Ahmadiyya. We don't know whether you don't come this way, but we've been missing you for quite long. But I think we shall use this year of 2019 to see how we can coordinate with each one another. I think you will also give us a brief background, highlight. How is the community? Of course, we see a lot of mosques, mashallah, the infrastructures and everything. It has been very, very, very okay. But I think the platform now is yours, alhamdulillah, to salute our viewers and give them whatever you've brought them today.
Thank you very much, Brother Hamza, for that beautiful introduction.
Mashallah.
It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Yes.
And I think we can start from the point where, as a community, as an Islamic community, we are happy to be beginning the year, stepping in 2019 in a unique way.
In a unique way, yes.
Because on the 11th and the 12th and the 13th of January, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Uganda will be holding its national convention, which in our terminology we call Jalsa Salana. Actually, it is the 31st annual convention. So we have held these conventions over the last 30 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
So it is a beautiful thing to start the new year by holding such an event. Actually, it is a 3-day event.
MashaAllah.
It is not only meant for us, the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Uganda, but it is open to all, whoever wants to come, who has been invited. We have invited a lot of guests from different walks of life.
From different walks of life. Okay, mashallah, it's, as just hear that name, the terminology, Jalsa Salana. I think, in marketing, there's something that just, it's catching. Someone hears about Jalsa Salana, I think by virtue of the look, people will be very eager to come and, see, because it's something that it's out of,
Actually, the words, the root meaning of these words are actually Arabic. And although they are used in the Indian subcontinent as Jalsa Salana, but Jalsa comes from Jalasa, Yajlisu, sitting together, gathering together.
Okay.
And Salana is the equivalent of Asanawiya in Arabic, something that comes every year.
Yeah, annually.
Briefly, that is the
Okay,
meaning
so
of the word.
it's an annual convention. So I think, Sheikh, before we go into the nitty-gritties of this convention,
Yeah.
I think it would be very pertinent actually to give us a highlight about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. You know, if one of our viewers is asked that what is Ahmadiyya Muslim community, someone would have something to say. This is Ahmadiyya Muslim community, its inception, you know, how, you know, its network and everything.
Okay, before we go to that, since we started our discussion from this convention, for your information, it is the largest East African largest Muslim convention. It is a 3-day event.
3-day event.
It opens with Juma prayers and closes on Sunday.
MashaAllah.
It attracts, as I told you, different people from different walks of life. And it attracts more than 10,000 in Uganda. It is held in every country where the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is established. So Uganda inclusive, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, as we talk now, is established in more than 200 countries of the world.
200 countries.
200 countries. So this brings us back to where did all this start from? That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It started in 1889 when the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat claimed under divine guidance that he is the awaited promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi, who was not only foretold in so many verses of the Holy Quran, but was also prophesied by the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam himself over 1400 years ago. It was a clarion call coming from a very remote and tiny, unknown town called Qadian in the northern part of India. And because the perception...
These are the roots of the...
I'm talking about the roots. And because of the perception of not only the mainstream Muslims was diametrically opposed to the claim of the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So he invited a lot of opposition, which has abated but is still on. For example, in countries like Pakistan, we are not considered to be Muslims. I always wonder and ask myself, how can a fellow human being take, where does he get the authority to declare someone non-Muslim? Because that is beyond, that is beyond the jurisdiction of any person. Anyway, to cut the story short, some other countries are still hostile to us. We face a lot of persecutions, like in Indonesia, in Algeria of recent, and Bangladesh. Pakistan is on the top of the list as far as persecuting Ahmadis are concerned. So we go back to 1889 when the Holy Founder made the claim that he is the promised Messiah and he is the Imam Mahdi, who was foretold, as I told you, by the Holy Quran itself, and at the same time foretold in a very elaborative way by the Holy Prophet himself in so many of his sayings. Yeah, time cannot allow us to go into all these things. But one thing maybe for the benefit of our viewers is that mainstream Muslims, our brothers, still believe and hope that the Messiah is yet to come, and they consider him to be a different person from the Imam Mahdi. So they are waiting for two personalities. But the Holy Prophet, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in one of his sayings said that lal mahdiya illa Isa, that Isa is not different from the Mahdi. So it is just one person with two different titles. Yeah, that is a bit theological, and I think since we are on this program of Inside Islam, you are more concerned about the history.
Yeah, but we wanted to give it, a brief background, and I think that it is sufficient.
Exactly.
For some of our viewers. Now, pulling back, from the historical point of view to the current point of view, the current global status. Yeah, how is it now? Oh, of course, you've given us, you have more than 200, 200 centers around the world, 200 countries around the world.
Yeah, we're established in more than 200 countries.
Yeah, which is a good indicator of performance. Yeah.
And for information, every country holds this convention.
Okay.
I'm here in the capacity of heading the organizing committee for this convention.
Yes.
I have been given this responsibility for the last, I think, 4 years. And this is our 31st annual convention.
Okay.
The committee has different departments to ensure that this convention is held in a very organized manner. So the level of organization. By the way, I extend an invitation card to you.
Yeah, I'm much honored.
We will be very happy to have you there.
I'm much honored.
Actually, you will be able to talk about this convention better if you took time and visited us.
Yes.
As I told you,
I'm much honored. By the way, I think on behalf of our viewers, I'm the first person actually to represent them, and I think even our viewers will be due. Now, the current leadership, Sheikh. You've told us about the Ghulam Ahmad. Now, how is the current leadership?
Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, alayhi salam, the promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi of this age, prophesied by the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in so many of his sayings, founded the Ahmadiyya movement under divine guidance in 1889. As I told you, in a remote village called Kadian, in the northern part of India, Punjab. It's 100 years down the road, or more than that, the community is spread all over the world. Because if I say we are established in more than 200 countries, practically speaking, we are everywhere. In Uganda here, we have been around for quite some good time, and as is apparent, this is the 31st annual convention. Actually, this convention was started or initiated by the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya movement in 1891. It was held in Kadian. And for your information, surprisingly also, only 75 people attended the first convention.
The first convention.
As we walk down the memory lane, we find now this convention has spread all over the world.
Thousands and millions of people.
And where it is held in United Kingdom has the privilege of hosting our current head. Our current head is known as Khalifatul Masih, the successor to the Messiah, the promised Messiah. So the current one is the 5th.
So he also sits in Kadian?
He sits in London, UK.
Okay.
His stay in Pakistan was made impossible because of the persecution I talked about, because the government and Muslim scholars decided that we should declare this sect non-Muslim. They did not stop there, but they have killed so many people, members of our community. They have demolished mosques. We are not even allowed to pray. We are not allowed to call the adhan. We are not allowed to call ourselves Muslims. These are criminal cases. You are imprisoned, you are killed.
They are even in the penal code.
The government passed the law.
They were institutionalized.
Yeah, they were institutionalized.
Anyway,
so that is the,
yes, I
the
think
historical part of it.
Yeah, we shall get, and you've given us actually. So it means that as you see that Iran, Iran is the center of Shiite, movement. When you go to Saudi Arabia, the Sunni, like that. Now the Ahmadiyya, where are you well staged right now? In UK?
Yeah, because
the main headquarters.
The main headquarters remain Rabwa, Pakistan.
Pakistan, okay.
Because that is where the second successor to the promised Messiah migrated from India after the partition of India and Pakistan in was it 1940?
Yeah,
something?
it is 1943.
Yeah,
there, yes.
40 something. So that is our international headquarters, Pakistan. So, as I told you that because the leader of our community could not carry on his responsibilities, he could not discharge his duties in a country which was hostile, and actually his life was threatened, and he decided to migrate to actually it was the fourth caliph that migrated to UK.
And this has been usual because even when you see on the history of the Prophet, he was in Medina like that.
Exactly.
And when Ali came, of course, for him, he migrated to Kufa. And he used to migrate to Baghdad, to Egypt, like that.
The Holy Quran also says, Alam takun ardullahi wasi'ah fatuhajiru fiha. So the land of God is vast and wide. So if you cannot perform your duties in a certain area, you can go elsewhere.
You can go elsewhere.
Yeah, but success has always followed this community. You cannot you talked of Iraq, and you cannot. Our organization is not political. It is apolitical. It is a spiritual movement.
It is a spiritual movement.
And our leadership is a divine institution, which is called Khilafat. So we are not political in any way, and we have no geographical boundaries.
Okay.
We are everywhere. We have one global leader.
Okay, mashallah.
Yeah, we have one global leader. For example, when we in a few days' time, our convention will open with, of course, Juma prayers. It starts on Friday. Immediately after, the first item on the agenda is to listen to the Friday sermon that will be relayed directly from London. And we have, by the way, our own Muslim television channel, which is called Muslim Television Ahmadiyya.
Okay.
It broadcasts this Friday sermons of our spiritual leader every Friday, and a person like me sitting here in Kampala, I would hear the same message that a member of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community would listen when he is in Fiji Island. Yeah.
Okay. MashaAllah, Sheikh Faisal. I think now back to the major point of the day of the Jalsa Salana, the conversion that we have. I think it's also actually it's part and parcel on the global activities, the current global activities, because it could be a major event. And now this annual conversion, giving on the timing of it, is it a global one that the Ahmadiyya communities in the 200 countries they are also convening within the same days, 11, 12, 13?
Let me maybe explain this a bit further. We'll start from Uganda.
Yes.
The current administration, which is of course headed by the Amir and missionary in charge, the chief executive administrator, and the one who is responsible for deploying missionaries throughout the country. We have 15 regions in Uganda. We have had 14 regional one-day conventions in those 15 regions, preceding the convention that is going to take place on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. This is national. Now, if we talk of a global or an international convention, here it also takes place in UK simply because of the presence of His Holiness Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis ayyadahu Allah ta'ala binasrihi al-aziz. Since he is stationed in UK, in London, they also hold, as any other country would hold its convention, their annual convention. But his presence gives it color, and it attracts more than 40,000 participants every year in UK.
40,000.
40,000.
MashaAllah.
So people from all over the world flock to London to
just
participate
attend,
and attend that
participate
convention.
in that convention. Now, the Jalsa Salana, actually, this one in Uganda, the one that is annual, what are its major objectives? Of course, you know, we have like, of recent, we had this the one that is called Mega Darus. I think you heard about it. The one at King Fahad, they usually, you know, they also say it's an East African convention.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah,
and actually, it also attracts people, you know, from the confines of East Africa. Now, this one, because I think they also, and that is majored under the Tabligh Muslim community.
Okay.
They gather people like that from different, you know, areas of East Africa. Now, this annual convention, it's also coming. Because the other one was like within 28th, actually last week. Now this one is also coming. Now, what are your major objectives?
Yeah,
that makes you distinct?
this convention is very different from all those conventions because it has a very long history. It's more than 100 years. Started with 75 people in just one country, that is India.
Yes.
But now, as I told you, it is held in almost every country. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community is established.
Okay.
So the objectives, the purpose, and the aims of this convention.
The major thrust.
Yeah. Of course, I have to refer you to the writings of the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. That when he started, or when he introduced this convention, what did he have in mind? What were the objectives? He has clearly said them in some of his writings, like one of his books called Asmani Faisla, meaning divine decree. And he says that mainly there are three objectives. Number one, to help the members increase their knowledge with regard to their creator. Because the more one gets to know about his creator, the better for him or the better for her.
So enhancing the vertical relationship between the servant and
the creator and the creature.
Yes.
The second one, he says that it is going to help you get to know each other, and that way strengthen the bond of mutual brotherhood and fraternity. You know, getting together, meeting as often as possible is Islamic in nature. That is why the Holy Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that a prayer that is offered in solitude, alone, its reward cannot be equated to the prayer that is held or observed in congregation. You understand?
Yes.
That is why we are expected to meet at least 5 times a day at the mosque. That is why we have these 2 big days in Islam.
Eid al-Adha and Fitr.
Exactly. That is why in a year we are required to perform pilgrimage to Mecca, so that the whole Muslim community assembles in one place.
Yes.
So meeting each other as often as possible is beneficial as far as strengthening the bond of brotherhood and fraternity is concerned.
Yes.
Then he also talks of other many benefits and objectives, and he says that other benefits will become manifest, insha'Allah. from time to time.
From time to time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really seeing the kind of uniqueness of the conversion. So being that that is the conversion now, what is your target group? What is your target population?
Oh yeah, that is a very pertinent question.
What is your target population? Yes.
Now, the theme, for example,
Yes.
for this year's convention is Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth,
Allah nuru samawati wal ard.
which is the verse of the Holy Quran, Allahu nuru samawati wal ard.
Wal ard.
God is the light of the heavens and the earth. You know, God in this 21st century, a century of development and technology and advancement, they tend to believe that we can remove God from the picture and manage our affairs,
Definitely.
and life will go on.
Yes.
But consequences have shown different results altogether, because the more we try to remove God from the picture, the more problems we have. So we sent out invitation cards. We have one full-fledged department, which is called the Department of Istiqbal, reception. Its work is to invite and receive and arrange for the guests where to sit and actually give them refreshments. That department is one of the departments on my committee. Istiqbal.
Yes.
So we have given out invitation cards. Actually, we have a copy of one invitation card here, as you can see.
Yes.
This is Minaratul Masih,
Yes.
and this is our flag,
Okay.
love for all, hatred for none. And the Holy Prophet said that Hubbul Watan min al-Iman,
Yeah.
love of one's country, is part of faith.
Patriotism.
Yeah, patriotism. So we have a Ugandan flag here. Underneath, our slogan, for God and my country.
Yes.
Then we have a pictorial kind of map of Uganda.
This of Uganda.
This is the 31st. Now this invitation card
Okay.
went out to so many guests, Muslims, non-Muslims.
Yes.
Our motto is love for all, hatred for none. And within this invitation card, of course, we sent a program.
Okay.
So since you asked me that what
The
target group
population
and
that
our
we are targeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we sent out a program
Okay.
that this is the theme of our convention.
Yes. Allah is the light of the heavens.
Yeah, and this is non-denominational. It is, I mean, it doesn't discriminate between a Muslim or a non-Muslim.
It cuts across.
Yeah, it cuts across.
Yes.
So, since this is the theme, if you would allow, I would maybe mention a few of the topics of discussions.
I think we shall also get there.
We shall get there.
Yes, we
so
shall get there. But basically, the target population, the regional limitations, the theological limitations, the religious limitations, things like that.
The scope is very wide.
Yes.
Simply because, for example, as we will see in the program, the topics of discussion will range from women.
Okay. So we have women there.
We have women there.
Of all categories.
Of categories.
Yes.
We will talk about the Holy Quran.
The Holy Quran.
We will talk about the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, who was prophesied by the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself.
Yes.
We will talk about the patience and steadfastness the Holy Prophet exhibited during his life here on earth.
When he was, making his mission.
Yeah, exactly. When he was commissioned by God to convey the message of Islam to the whole world.
Yes.
We will talk about the kind treatment of the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community towards his opponents.
Okay. So, Sheikh,
and many other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Sheikh Faisal, I think, given of what I'm getting now, it's an open, it's an open forum.
It's an all-inclusive.
All-inclusive forum.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the expected number of participants?
Participants, yeah.
Yes, what is
the expected number? We are expecting between 10 to 15,000 people. But the figure could rise.
Could rise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a 3-day event. People start flocking
10,000 to 15,000. I'm looking into Nambole now. Looking into Nambole now. Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, 10,000
Yeah.
to 15,000.
We are, I think, on we have a 10-acre grounds.
Okay.
So we can, I think, accommodate all those
Okay.
people. But with time, we have even started seeing this coming.
Okay.
We may not be able to accommodate people in future because we saw this from our region. By the way, the theme for the regional conventions was justice and peace.
Justice and peace.
It was
Which
such
is okay,
a good
yeah.
theme
Yes.
that the good picture, the beautiful picture of Islam was made known to all the people throughout the country.
Okay.
So on the same lines, this convention is going to be held and the theme will be Allahu Nuru Samawati wal Ard. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth.
Where shall we be convening from?
Yeah, we will be convening in Setamukono.
Setamukono.
Yeah, that is where our grounds are.
Okay.
We
Where
also,
exactly?
Setamukono, we have a mosque also there.
Okay.
The area is near Seta High.
Seta High School, yes.
And that area has been baptized by the locals as Muchisiramu. So for convenience,
Yes.
if you reach Seta Trading Center, you can ask anybody that where is Muchisiram.
Like as we can hear Muchirokole.
Muchirokole, something like that. Yeah. So that is where. Yeah. But very soon we will be looking at a very much bigger place.
Okay.
Because of the numbers.
Because of the numbers. Okay, Sheikh. Basically, given that, I see you've said that you have non-Muslims there, you have Muslims there, women, what?
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
For your information, we invite every human being, regardless of his or her religion, regardless of his creed or her creed.
So
you understand?
You've incorporated diversity.
And we do not only stop at inviting them,
yes.
We also give them a chance to address the gathering.
Okay.
You understand? Because they underline the objective of the convention. Okay. We are going to talk about how God is instrumental in the upbringing of children in an age which is disturbed with drugs and intoxicants and things like that. We talk about women, what is their status in Islam and in the wider society.
Welcome to Uganda's
we invite
largest
people to also air their views. That way we can build our country. Yeah.
A conference that aims at bridging people from different religious and ethnic backgrounds through interfaith activities. It is held under the patronage of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Uganda. Witness a convention that will see the participation of various Muslim scholars, speeches, as well as high intellectual and religious dignitaries from around the country. Come witness them as they discuss mutual concerns and promote global peace and tolerance. This is the 31st annual gathering that will run from Friday 11th to Sunday 13th January 2019 at the Ahmadiyya Tarbiyat Center, Seta Mukono. Let's combat extremism. Let's combat hatred together through faith, peace and fraternity.
On behalf of people of Uganda and on my behalf, I wish you a very successful Jalsa Salam.
And they end up to be a burden. We have assimilated them in that institution. They learn tailoring, basic IT skills, and they end up employing themselves. We have dug boreholes in many parts of the country. For your information, not only that, we also see that education is the key.
Yes.
And here in East Africa, we still have few schools, but if you go to West Africa, we have like a country like Ghana, we have more than 200 primary and secondary schools. Then the Gambia.
Okay.
So we do these humanitarian efforts to alleviate the conditions of the poor conditions of the people.
Okay. MashaAllah. Sheikh, I think you talked about the objectives of the conversion, because one of them, it was enhancing the relationship between the creature and the creator.
Yeah.
That was one, and the other thing, it was love for all. How are you going to integrate this to make sure that it is ensured and it is achieved?
Oh, yeah, that is a very interesting question. First of all, Islam, and for that matter, any other religion, has two components.
Okay.
The obligations, the responsibilities you owe to your fellow human beings, and your responsibilities to the Creator.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
So for us, it is not going to be an uphill task, because we have leadership.
Okay.
I want you to mark that.
Okay.
We have leadership,
Okay.
not national, global.
Yes.
So we have leadership that directs us at every turn, at every moment.
Okay.
So these ideal things will be able to be implemented because of the visionary leadership of our current head, Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis. And we have been able to come all the way from where we came from to here because of leadership.
Yeah, because 100 years down
the road,
organized leadership, something that is
we wouldn't be here without leadership.
I think we need to also have a glance on how the previous conventions have been.
Yeah.
I think we can also play some clips around.
Okay.
Yeah, to see.
Yeah, to see. Yeah, we can start. We can start with the national, and then we maybe go
the convention,
to the,
how they've been.
Exactly. To have a glimpse of.
Yeah, to have a glimpse, because our viewers need to have that clear picture.
Exactly.
This is the thing. It's not something new that
actions speak louder than words.
I know. So I think we can have some clips such that our our viewers can have a glimpse on how they've been, because it's quite something that is very okay.
A peaceful and colorful Jalsa Salana.
Welcome to Uganda's largest Islamic convention, a convention that will see over thousands of Muslims from various parts of the country, a conference that aims at bridging people from different religious and ethnic backgrounds through interfaith activities. It is held under the patronage of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Uganda. Witness a convention that will see the participation of various Muslim scholars, speeches, as well as high intellectual and religious dignitaries from around the country. Come witness them as they discuss mutual concerns and promote global peace and tolerance. This is the 31st annual gathering that will run from Friday 11th to Sunday 13th January 2019 at the Ahmadiyya Tarbiyat Center, Saita, Mukono. Let's combat extremism. Let's combat hatred together through faith, peace and fraternity.
On behalf of people of Uganda and on my behalf, I wish you a very successful Jalsa Salam.
It's been because we've seen a lot of dignitaries, representatives from government, from the legislature,
and
from the culture,
and in UK, in London,
yes,
diplomats, high-ranking officials, they fly all over from their countries and flock to London. Yeah.
So this is
many high-ranking officials from Uganda have also attended. The Deputy Speaker, the speaker herself, and many others.
Many others, yeah, because you can see. I think we can also have a glimpse on the one of the global one.
Yeah, we can have a global view.
Yeah, a global view.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that is it. Now there, you see. Inshallah. Where was that now?
That is in the UK. That is a Pan-African Association of Muslims in UK. Yeah.
Okay.
They had a function.
Okay. That is UK.
UK.
Okay. MashaAllah. Now this is the.
No. This is just one of the members. This is one of the members. Okay. I think you are going to see our spiritual leader, global spiritual leader. He's both global spiritual leader and global administrative leader. He heads the Ahmadiyya Muslim community.
Okay. MashaAllah. So I think the UK actually is like the benchmark.
Yeah, because that is where His Holiness Khalifatul Masih Al-Khamis is based,
yes.
And that is where
I think that video, it has also instilled a lot of confidence, just even in me, because I'm even just scared, how
you shouldn't get scared.
Yeah, because it's something that is
very big,
scared, and it gives Islam a very, very, very good kind of picture.
Yeah, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Yes. Is a global community now.
Global community.
It is a force that has come to change, to change for the good of Islam.
Now, what are your expectations? They may not be objectives, but expectations from this kind of convention. Yes.
Yeah, people will come and participate in this convention. I'm sure they will have a lot to learn from this convention. You saw the variety of topics we have.
Yes.
They will learn about the Holy Quran.
Yes.
They will learn about the Holy Prophet. Okay. They will learn about Islam in general. Then they will learn about those issues that affect them.
Contemporary issues.
Contemporary issues that affect them.
Okay.
How can a believing woman practice Islam in this modern society? How can we establish global unity? Can we establish it through political means or some kind of divine intervention is necessary? These are the many things that will be discussed.
Islamic image.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the global image of Muslims, how they view them, but I think this convention can help us.
We have done a lot to clear the tarnished image of Islam. We have defended Islam at all battlefields. We have defended Islam. Now, one thing maybe I had forgotten to tell you, there is an interesting tent. We call it outreach tent, tabligh tent. In this tent, it's not actually a tent, it is a marquee. It is a very big, huge tent.
Yes.
We display the Holy Quran and its translations in over 70 languages. It is only the Ahmadiyya Muslim community.
Hard copies, soft copies.
Hard copies that enjoys the distinction of having translated the Holy Quran in over 75 languages. That is not a small thing.
That are universally accepted.
From Japanese language to Mexican. So when you come there, you will not only view them on the screen, but you will look at the copies themselves and feel them. If you speak Russian, there will be a copy.
That is Islamic culture.
Yeah, there is the Arabic text has been maintained, and besides the Arabic text, you have the translation.
In our local languages, do we have some of them?
Oh yeah, we are the ones who translated the Holy Quran in Uganda. I just didn't come with
Sheikh Abdulrazak Matovu.
No, Sheikh Zakaria Bulwadda. The late Zakaria Bulwadda.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who translated the Holy Quran, and it has been well received. Our Muslim brothers like it very much because of the literary translation skills that are apparent when you open it, you can see. So we will not only display the Holy Quran translated in 70 languages, but there will be an array of Islamic literature. For example, there will be many books like which you can view, and at the same time there will be a bookstore, you can buy a copy. For example, there is a book that will be on display called The Philosophy of the Teachings of Islam. This was written by the Holy Founder himself. It's a masterpiece. It has been well received all over the world. Many people have become Muslims just because of this book. I wish I had come with a copy, I would have given you one. But still I can send you one. There will be other books like Life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the life of the Holy Prophet. Beautifully presented by the second successor to the promised Messiah. It's a very affectionate biography of the Holy Prophet. Then there will be books like The Economic System of Islam.
These conventional issues of Islamic banking, full insurance,
everything,
those things,
as far as it is economic in nature. This book is also a very, it has been actually one of the best sellers. Then there will be books like Islam's Response to Contemporary Issues, in which the author, the fourth caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, touched almost all the contemporary issues you can think of. Then lastly but not least, there is a book that has come up on the market now, and it has been, it is a book that is a compilation of the speeches of speeches delivered by the current head. And it has been given the title World Crisis and the Pathway to Peace. He has delivered sermons at Capitol Hill, Canadian Parliament, UK Parliament, the
House of Commons,
European Community Parliament. He was at the House of Commons, Australia. By the way,
you know,
and he has
addressed
all those matters. So all these books will be on display, and many other things.
Okay, Sheikh, lastly, I think not the least, as far as this convention is concerned, you know, everything that you plan, you expect some challenges. What are the challenges are you expecting, and how will you counter this kind of? Because being that you have that spectrum, security issues.
I know. Exactly. Now to face these challenges, we have put in place a mechanism that is based on delegation of duties. We have a duty chart, and that duty chart shows the various departments. From my office to the office of general duties, to the office of security. Then we have other sub-departments, like the Department of Reception I mentioned before, the Department of Registration. We register.
Welfare.
People. We have registration. We have
meals.
Kitchen. That is a different department. Then we have the serving department.
Events management.
We have videography. We have photography. We have audio. And all these are managed by our members who volunteer to put in their time and effort. Most of it, we actually contract skilled labor where it is needed. Then we have many other departments, accommodation.
MashaAllah, we basing actually, it's something that has, a very good plan, which has been planned strategically. I think, let me give you like 1 minute. If you have, that information that is so pertinent that you can forward to our viewers in regard to this conversion of Jalsa Salana. Yes.
My last message to our viewers, and thank you for for viewing this program and participating in this program, is that you are all invited to attend this convention.
Okay.
Even if you don't get an invitation card, you can get an open invitation from me.
Okay.
You're invited.
Yeah.
As long as you can come and identify yourself, then we will be more than happy to receive you.
Okay.
And we believe that if we come together and we emphasize on what brings us together more than what divides us, that is the way for Islam.
Okay.
Because the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked of a time in future that will come when Islam would remain just a name.
Just a name.
Actually, the hadith, if there is time I can, la ya'tiyanna ala ummati zamanun la yabqa min al-Islam illa ismuhu wa la yabqa min al-Qur'ani illa rasmuhu masajiduhum amiratun wa hiya kharabu min al-huda ulama'uhum sharru man tahta adimi samawa من تحت أديم السماء منهم تخرج الفتنة وفيهم تعود. These are the words of the Holy Prophet, talking of the future, talking about his religion, talking about his ummah.
Yes.
That a time will come and Islam will remain in name.
Yes.
The Holy Quran will just remain a book. Mosques will be filled with so many people, but there will be no guidance.
Okay.
The Muslim leaders and scholars will be the worst creatures under the firmament of the earth. It is from them that fitna would erupt, and the consequences of that fitna would, and the repercussions
The common man. Okay. Okay.
So
Sheikh,
such conventions can give us hope.
Okay.
Because we
That you can push them maybe to the next generations, not on this generation.
we can still start.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't be pessimistic. We
Okay.
should be hopeful.
Okay, mashallah. We really thank Sheikh Faisal for this wonderful presentation about the Jalsa Salana. And actually the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, love for all and hatred for none. I really like that theme and that motto.
And forgotten my country.
So our viewers, you are invited to attend this convention that will be held at the Seta Mukono in the so-called Silamu. 12th, 13th, 11th, 12th and 13th of this month, inshallah ta'ala. Please, you are most welcome. We thank everyone who has been watching and viewing and following this program since when we started. Alhamdulillah, we thank our the producers, the camera person and everyone, and we also thank the management of UBC and our country at large for the services that you're rendering to the community. We also thank the different Muslim fraternities that are working hard to see that we move on. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So our viewers, you are invited to this event, inshallah. We shall meet there. We wish you a happy new year.
As long as you accept to be registered.
Yes, as long as you accept to be registered. So we pray that Allah enables us and we reach there. Thank you very much. We wish you a happy new year. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين.